Hey guys, Mike here. That's me. Today we're going to talk about Dune. Dune 2021, not the 1984 film, the 2021 film. I did a quick review yesterday where I just kind of talked about a couple little highlights, just really glossed over some things real quick there. It was like literally 30 seconds, literally a quick review. Today I'm going to go into a little bit of a deeper dive of some of the things I liked, disliked, and maybe that were not just good at all. As far as good, bad, ugly, we're going to do that as we always do. And disclaimer, this is coming from someone who has not read the books. Again, I have watched the 1984 version a long time ago. I remember Kyle MacLachlan. I remember Patrick Stewart being in there. I remember Sting. Who can forget Sting? His character's not in this movie. But there's aspects of that I remember. Not a whole lot. But it somewhat helped coming into this. But let's just get into it. Good, bad, ugly. Let's talk about it. The good. First good here is the music. Hans Zimmer has a score here that melds so well with the visuals. It really helps with the experience of watching this movie. The movie's 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 35 minutes. So it's a long one, but the music really helps to kind of speed things along. In my mind, it's just how I felt. I never felt bored at any point, never felt tired, never felt like scenes lingered for too long or longer than they needed to. Denis Villeneuve, he does a good job of letting scenes breathe a little bit. It's very atmospheric, and a lot of his scenes that may linger on characters for a little longer or just some of those long or wide shots, it helps with the experience, and the music really complements those scenes in particular. So again, I love the music. I think Hans Zimmer does a great job here. He continues to just raise the bar when it comes to the movie scores that he does. And again, I think it complements the film in the best way possible. Number two good thing, the world building. There's a lot going on in this. From what I understand with the books, there's a whole lot more going on. In the 1984 film had a lot going on, too much. With this one, there's a lot going on, but I think they handled it pretty well. We'll get to more specifics in a minute, but I will say that there is a lot of exposition. This is a part one of however many movies they're looking to make in this series. I'm not sure how many books there are. Are there 3 books or 4 books? Let me know in the comments. But I, for one, enjoyed the world building in this one. There is a lot of exposition. There's a lot of moments where people are listening to like historical documents being said aloud to them, like through videos and documentaries almost, for their time. There is a lot of that. But it helps us understand like why certain things are so important, like the spice. We understand the spice is very important because it has to do with, well, one, interstellar travel. It just helps them with traveling the universe. And there's other forms and factors where I think it's going to come into play. But watching it, you can tell there's so much more they want to show than what they did in this movie. There's a lot that they hint at in the film because Timothée Chalamet's character has visions of things that may or may not happen, or they may happen in a different way, whatever the case. So there's things that he's seeing in the future that are hinting at what we should see in either the next movie or a couple movies from now, however many they're looking to do here. Number 3 good thing, Rebecca Ferguson and Jason Momoa. They are fantastic here. They're the standouts for me. You would think it would be Timothée Chalamet because it's his movie, and it is. But Jason Momoa as Duncan Idaho, that's just an awesome name. And and Rebecca Ferguson as Lady Jessica. They're great. They're great. She's probably the standout in the film. She gives the film more of the emotional weight. She seems to be the only character that reacts to devastating news throughout the film, which is weird. But she is fantastic, and I love her. Like every movie I've seen her in so far, she's always been great. And she does not disappoint here. Jason Momoa is great. I wish there was more of him in the movie because he's not in the movie as much. But his character, Duncan Idaho, there's like a ferociousness to him that is kind of being like, I don't know, held down, like he knows when to bring it out, especially in his fight scenes, which are just awesome. But he's a smart character. Like there's a smartness to him. He's a tactical, soldier. Like there's a lot of different layers to a lot of these characters, which I really enjoyed. Another actress, I had to write it down here, Sharon Duncan Brewster. I had never seen her in anything before. But she has actually a pretty prominent role in this movie. She's kind of like helping the Atreides family understand what to do and how to go about mining the spice and all that kind of stuff. And then also just living within this harsh desert land, which is Arrakis. She has a really good role here, and she does a really good job in the role. Like I wasn't expecting her to have so much screen time, more than Duncan Idaho, more than Jason Momoa. So to see her in the role was actually pretty cool. All right, last good thing. And this might be a bad thing for book readers and people who have seen the 1984 film. But for those that have not seen it, for me, I've seen it, the 1984 one, but it didn't really bother me. But for those that haven't seen it or read the books, I think it was good that they went this route. It seems like the movie was holding back as far as information, and how deep they could have gone with the story and these characters. It did seem like they were holding back a little bit, but they're already telling so much and there's already so much going on and a lot of characters that they have to, get through. That I'm kind of glad they didn't. If they were to add more pieces, it just would have been pandemonium. It would have been crazy. It would have been like Chronicles of Riddick. Chronicles of Riddick, I feel like it had too many things it was trying to throw at you to help you understand how this world worked. This one, it does that, but it does it in kind of like we're going to give you little pieces here and there, and then we're going to hold off till the next one. And I think that was smart. I think that was a smart way to go. There are aspects where I think they could have gone a little bit deeper, but what they give us is a overall type package for a part 1 film. And that gets me to my first bad. This is a part 1. And it feels that way. Not in a Lord of the Rings way, even though it ends almost similar to how Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, ended. You have the cast walking towards their next destination. That's kind of how it goes. This really leads me into my second bad, which is that the story feels unsatisfying with how it ends because there really is no third act to this film. It's really just a 2-act movie that is waiting for all the big stuff to happen in the next film or third film, whatever the case. It's not unfinished, but there's aspects of it that will feel unfinished. Like, okay, there should have been something climactic that happened, and for some people it might feel that way, for others maybe not. It does throw a couple of twists at you with Timothée Chalamet's character, Paul Atreides, as far as his visions, and then some things may pan out that way, some things may not. So it throws some twists at you to kind of keep you guessing, and keep things a little bit fresh and exciting. But even with those twists and some of the Game of Thrones-esque backstabbing, different things that happen in this movie, it still, for some reason, feels a little bit unsatisfying. Like you really want that part 2 to feel like you've received a complete package of a film. And with this part 1, that's just not the case. Third bad thing for me, and it's unfortunate because this is his movie, Timothée Chalamet, he's very wooden in the role. Like, it's good in moments, but he just seems like a robot.
I've been having dreams about a girl on Arrakis. I don't know what it means.
I know there's more to his background in the books, especially, and also even in the 1984 film. This one doesn't really go into some of those things, but he just seems very wooden, like he's like a robot, like he's an android or something. It's odd. And so when he's not on screen, to me, things were like better. Like when he's having conversations with other characters, those characters seem better in their performances than him. He's just kind of the same, just really monotone, just the same throughout. And I don't know if is that a characteristic of the character in the book? I don't remember that being the case completely in the movie, but let me know if I'm wrong. The last bad thing for me, and this is just a gripe, just a personal gripe for me, Zendaya's character, she's not really in the movie all that much. She's mostly in like visions, and she shows up a little later on. But her character really doesn't speak throughout most of the movie. She does speak a little voiceover in the beginning.
My planet Arrakis is so beautiful when the sun is low, rolling over the sands. You can see spice in the air. The outsiders ravage our lands in front of our eyes. Their cruelty to my people is all I've known. What's to become of our world? Paul.
You hear some little things she says in Paul's visions or his dreams, but she really doesn't speak much in the film. When she does, once you see her, I don't know, it's hard for me to like connect to her character or really take it seriously, because I remember her on Casey Undercover on Disney Channel, and that show was just horrible. And so when I see her try to do more dramatic stuff, it's just like, she's good on Spider-Man, that works. But when it comes to this, it almost seems like this role is almost like a little bit too big for her, considering she's supposed to be the main character in the sequel, if that gets greenlit, which I think it will, because this is already making some good money. But she's supposed to be the main person we follow in the next film. She's going to be teaching Paul, the ways of the Fremen, all that kind of stuff. So it makes sense for the character. I just wonder if Zendaya is up for the task. I just couldn't really jive with her character all that much once you're actually with her and she's speaking and stuff like that. Just a personal gripe for me. It's just me. As far as the ugly, all right, I got a lot here. I got nothing. I'm going to give that to you guys, you book readers and you 1984 junkies of this film, because I know there's people out there that love that film. Let me know what you thought was ugly about this movie, what you hated about Dune 2021. Let me know. For me, I was on the edge of my seat for most of the film. And a lot of people I noticed are saying that it was boring or it was slow. They couldn't connect to the characters. For me, I connected to Jason Momoa's character and Rebecca Ferguson's character, a little bit of Oscar Isaac's character. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of Josh Brolin's character and Dave Bautista's character, all that kind of stuff. Stellan Skarsgård, he was disgusting in this. So like a lot of the characters I thought were great in the roles, but I connected more to Duncan Idaho and Lady Jessica overall. We'll kind of see what happens if they do the second one. And also if they can get a lot of these actors back. I mean, if they haven't greenlit anything, it's going to be at least 2-3 years before we see the second one. So that part is a little bit disheartening. But for the book readers, for the 1984 Dune lovers, let me know what you thought was horrible about this movie, what you hated in the comments below. Sound off in the comments. Let me know exactly what you guys hated about this film. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you sticking around. To my hyper crew, I want to give you guys a shout out. Brian Tidwell, Steve O, Slepnir, Dash Milner, K6013, Daniel Lopez, Jonathan Cedarland, Kratos, and William Cooper. Thank you guys so much for being a part of that top tier crew. You get a verbal shout out for joining that crew. To all my subscribers and my members, thanks so much for supporting the channel in any way that you do. It goes a long way and it helps me do what I do each day. So I really appreciate you guys. If you're still here, hit that like button if you haven't done so already. It really helps out the channel in a big way. Also hit that subscribe button. It goes from red to gray so you'll know that you're subscribed to the channel and you won't miss out on any videos. You can also check out our most popular videos on the channel and our most recent reaction as well. Or you can stop watching me and you can check out some of the other channels I put in the description below. They got some awesome content and I think you'll enjoy it. If you've seen all of that already, then I'll see you guys in the comments. We can talk more about Dune 2021. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day and I will see you guys on the next video.